I'm Joanne.
I'm Amy
We're from Magpies Cottage
in Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin.
for our last time in the retail shop.
Yeah, last podcast here. Don't
Yeah.
worry, we'll be doing it probably from my living room for right now.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it in the sunroom. It's a disaster.
Mhm.
Not do it in there. So we'll do it in the living room.
Okay.
You know, you
All
might
right.
hear barking in the background because if we're talking in the living room, Mala will hear us.
Yeah.
And yeah, she always has to have her 2 cents worth.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yep, down to the nitty gritty. Probably by the time you're watching this, the shop will be closed.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's going to be crazy the next couple days, and even Saturday and Sunday, I have people coming in to pick up these shelves. So
Wow.
it'll be busy at least till Monday.
Wow.
So it'll probably be Monday when this goes up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, you're seeing the last little, you can see the shelves are nearly empty.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing how
Yeah.
much yarn has walked out the doors.
Mhm. Yep, sure is. So,
Yarn. Well, fabric too. I mean, I walked
Oh,
back
yeah.
there. Oh, the fabric has been like insane how that's
yeah.
walked out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Well,
So
you know
a
what?
lot of it.
But there is something to be said for people who just, you know what? It's a good deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there only shop sales.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, I'm that way on some things.
Mhm.
And when I see, you know, I will say when I see a good sale on yarn, yeah,
Mhm.
okay, I snap it up. I admit it.
Okay.
You know, if I see a clearance or a closeout on a color or, you know, and I can get the right quantity.
Mhm.
I mean, I won't ever buy a really well-priced skein of yarn unless I have in the back of my head an idea of what can be done with said skein of
Mhm.
yarn.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Yep.
there's that.
Yep. So, well, how about, have you gotten any projects done in the
I
last
have.
4 weeks?
I
What
have.
You got?
Well, I'm wearing it.
Oh, that was, okay.
It was not done
It wasn't time. for the
last time we
podcast. Okay.
podcasted. It was not done.
Okay.
I'm wearing summer canoes.
Yep.
So yes, I have actually worn this thing. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many times, a whole bunch. I love this. It's the
Have you had to rewash it?
uh-huh.
And did you put it in the dryer?
No,
Okay.
no. But this yarn was not in the dryer kind of yarn.
Well, it's cotton cashmere. And
Yeah.
I didn't know if the cotton was going to stretch out on you.
The
That you
cotton,
would have to
no, the
dry it.
cashmere makes the cotton hold its shape and it's
Okay.
behaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah, no, it's behaving.
Okay.
So that's working out quite well. I also finished my Tolsta tee, but I'm going to rip it out, or the ribbing on the bottom, because that yarn is a soup. The portion of it. No, it's a cotton linen. It's a cotton linen. So it should be able to go in the dryer. And I did put it in the dryer. And guess what? It shrunk lengthwise.
Mm-hmm.
So now what was the perfect length is now cropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate cropped. Not wearing cropped.
Mhm.
So I have yarn. And I will just take out the bind off and add another stripe. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do with it. You know, and it's funny because when I was working on it, and I got to that point where another stripe or no, and I hemmed and I hawed and I hemmed and I hawed and, well, I hemmed and I should have hawed. So that's okay, because the other thing though is that when I put it on though, the shoulders and through the bust and everything like that, all of that fits nice. I did wear it a bit yesterday to see if some of that length wouldn't like stretch itself out.
As you're wearing it.
It didn't.
Okay.
So it definitely is getting more length.
Okay.
So
Okay.
another day when we podcast, I may have that done. I don't know.
Okay.
It's on the back burner. I probably won't get to it for a bit. But at least, you know,
Okay.
I know what I want to do with it.
Yeah.
So that I finished. This is
Good.
finished. I finished my mystery gnome.
Ah.
Isn't he cute? I love him.
Cute. Is that hat supposed to be like a Viking helmet?
I have no freaking clue, but yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like the nose.
That's a big ass nose.
I know. I don't like it, but whatever. It's cute. All fingering weight. This was mosaic. The pattern stitch pattern here. Okay, that was a pain in the butt. I love the tassel though, the way it sticks straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm not stuffed evenly, but the reason I'm not stuffed evenly is I couldn't get it all the way up here, and then this part trying to get it up there, this part here, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's kind of got some wonkiness in there, but whatever.
Okay.
That's nifty. And this is the first time for these kind of feet, this kind of nose, this kind of hat. And the arms.
Sarah Shira yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Imagine Landscape, Sarah Shira. So this was the mystery. It started like early June. And then, so I had the hat done, I had a foot done, the nose done, the tassel done, and then I went on vacation. And so then I had finished it last night. I just had to I had to knit the body, so I did that on Monday and then put the whole thing together last night.
Okay.
So that was my gnome of the month.
Cool.
And the funny thing is, like, with the feet there, it sits just fine.
Good.
Yeah. So I don't have well, I can show you
Good.
here. It sits really nice. So I didn't think it would.
Uh-huh.
Because I was saying,
Yeah.
well, you stick those feet there that way, but it's
works
balanced.
fine.
It's balanced. It works really cool. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had travel knitting.
Okay.
So this is, oh shoot, it's an Andrea Mowry pattern. Can't think of the name. I'll have to look it up. But it's color work. Oh, I forgot to snip my ends. Ha! They're inside. It's all woven in. It's all blocked. I used Leading Men. They're sport weight. That's the beige. And then the color is Rainbow Beach. So that's what I bought it for. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I knit this on the
Nice.
plane coming home.
Okay.
I had the ribbing the ribbing was started.
Uh-huh.
And then I did the rest of it on the plane on the way home.
Okay.
But yeah, so I finished that. Then this is called First Point of Libra. It's a cowl, but it's knit modularly, so it's kind of fun. Okay, so you started out knitting this series of stripes. It's a gradient. So there's 5 colors that goes up in a gradient order. And then you picked up on both sides of the central panel.
Okay.
And then you did, from that central panel, you did this piece. And then this piece. And then you did the width of those stripes again, of every color.
Okay.
And then added another little section of gray.
Uh-huh.
When you got to the end, you knit 2 together. The last row is all knit together, 2 together, and then 3 needle bind off
Oh.
to give her this puckering kind of thing
Okay.
going. Okay? But when you put it on, it's too hot to put a cowl on today. You put that in the back, it just gathers up really nicely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So 5 minis and about a half a skein of the gray.
Okay.
And there's plenty left of the gray and the minis. I mean, I got a ball about yay big,
Uh-huh.
of all of them. So it didn't take a lot of yarn. But I'm real happy with the way it turned out. So this was travel knitting.
Were these gradients those Zauberball flower, or that thing that came in a circle?
No, this was Leading Men. I ordered a set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is all Leading Men yarn. The gray and the set of minis.
Okay.
So I finished, that's what I finished. I consider that pretty good for being on vacation.
Yep. You know, I finished my coring cardigan. I don't think I showed it once it was blocked and buttons and everything, but I showed it when it was almost done, so I didn't bring it back.
Okay.
I'll wear it sooner or later. Yeah.
Mine is going to be on the needles as soon as I get something off the needles.
Okay.
So I can't wait. I'm kind of like really motivated to knit that. So.
It's nice. It doesn't take long. I'll start with what I'm working on.
Okay.
This is my culotte, And it is much smaller than last time, isn't it? It's got lovely, lovely lace.
Yes.
I love the lace. And I tried it on after I did, like this much of the body, and I tried it on. And I thought it was too big.
Okay.
So, I'm being caught. This is the same yarn as that.
Yeah.
Being cotton, I didn't want it to stretch out, so...
I have not had experience with this stretching badly.
Did it stretch when it blocked, though?
Not really. No.
Well, it was about a little more than 2 inches too big around for what I wanted. So I just ripped it all the way back and took out 6 stitches under the armpits on each side. So it's just 12 stitches less, but I think I'm going to like it better.
I think you will too. And at that gauge, at this gauge, you're getting probably 6 to an inch. So that's a good 2 inches you took out of it.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, so I'm just barely past the split for the sleeves now because I ripped back. But yeah, and I have to finish this before the mini meetup in July because a whole bunch of us are making it and gonna wear it for pictures. Well, I'll show you the other thing I'm making too that I brought with. I didn't bring a lot with, just 2 things. This is...
Oh, I haven't seen this.
Probably not. That's the back. This is just a t-shirt that I cast on and started knitting. It followed the numbers from that a lot. I just went down 1 size. I probably should have gone down 2 sizes because being flat, it takes up less. And this is kind of a thick yarn. It's a worsted cotton gradient.
It's beautiful.
And I use the eyelets as my increases. So all those yarn overs are my increases. Yeah, and it's Juniper Moon Cumulus is the yarn. It comes in a gradient. So I'm alternating outside to in, inside to out. So then it does this, So the first bowl I started with the dark, I ended with the light. The next one I started with the light, ended with the dark, and so on. So I do one from the outside, next one.
Well, that's a good way of blending it.
Yeah. So it goes in reverse order. Yeah, so I'm very happy with it. It needs about 3.5 or 4 inches more.
What are you gonna do with the sleeves?
Just probably knit for like 3 inches and then make not a cuff. I'm just gonna do like this. Just purl 2 rows and bind off purlwise. Just so it doesn't roll. That's what that had on it, wasn't it? You got ribbing.
I did ribbing.
It didn't call for ribbing, did it?
You can add it. It's in the pattern.
Oh.
Yeah, I did ribbing.
I remember doing ribbing on the bottom on that, but I thought the neck was just 2 rows of purl.
It started out that way because they're there.
They're there. Added?
I just picked up and knit on because I didn't like it was too stretchy on my neck.
Okay.
I like the way this lays.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do a couple purl rows. I might go more than 2 on the bottoms. I might go maybe 3 on the arms and 4 on the bottom, and then bind off purlwise. And that's my plan.
Okay.
That's all. I just brought 2 things. Those are what I'm working on most of the time.
Wow.
And closing the shop.
Well, that's kind of been like crazy
time.
busy.
I have, nearly no knitting time. And then last night.
What happened last night?
It was so smoky out. It
was awful. I bet you can't breathe.
I was so tired. I was having trouble breathing. My eyes were burning. I had such a headache. I was terrible in that smoke last night.
I'm going to tell you something. I think that's what my problem was. Okay, I played golf this morning. It's Wednesday. I play golf every Wednesday. And I got home, about maybe 1:45. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I'm leaving for camping tomorrow, so I have laundry that needs doing. I've got a house I want to pick up because it's kind of a disaster zone. You know, we came home last week, Wednesday, and there was just crap all over the place, and it's been extremely busy. And so I just didn't get anything done. And I want my house picked up before I leave so that when I come home, it's just not going to be bugging me. And no kidding, I could not do anything. I was cranky. I had no patience with the dog. I mean, it was insane. And I just think it was just being out in that nasty smoke. I mean, it's not bad out here, but out on the golf course today, oh, it was terrible. Just as bad as last night.
Yesterday at noon, it smelled like it was a campground, you know, with all the campfires going. That's just what it smelled like to me.
I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. And I didn't even know it wasn't foggy until somebody came and said, oh, there's no fog today. There's no humidity. It's all smoke. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of mixed together, but yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No,
like I said, by noon, I could tell for sure because it smelled like a campground.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been nuts.
So I didn't do much.
My eyes are still burning.
Yeah. Yeah, mine have been too all day. They've been kind of bugging me.
At home, you got the house closed up?
Oh, I always have the house closed up.
Well, I know well, yeah, okay. I know you usually do, but I mean, it's kind of like the summer days where you want it open because it's beautiful outside. Absolutely gorgeous. But no,
you can't.
Close it up. Don't need that in the house. But yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to tell you a fun story.
What's a fun story?
This is from my vacation.
Okay.
So this is called Karma. I even named the story Karma.
Okay.
I'm on the train that you can't take. Okay, because it's a Labor Day train. You know. Okay.
Yeah.
In Skagway, because I went to Alaska. Okay, so I'm on the train, going up the mountain, and because I'm traveling with the old guy, and he would think, "What the hell are you bringing knitting along for?" So I thought, no, I'm not even going to push it. I didn't bring knitting, and I'm sitting on this train, and damn it, did I need some knitting? Okay, so in lieu of no knitting, I picked up the phone. And, but on the ship, I have Wi-Fi, but you can text also on land. And, I had self-service. So I pull up Ravelry because I got data. And I pull up Ravelry. And no kidding, Stephanie Latvin, love her. She put out a test call for a sweater. The name of said sweater is True Nature. Yeah, True Nature.
Okay.
And there I was, looking at nature, because you're looking out the train, and it is insanely gorgeous. Okay. Insane. It's just beautiful. When we were standing in line for said train, there were some clouds passing over a mountain, and our ship is in the harbor, and the mountain's behind it. And these clouds are coming over, but these clouds must have been raining, because next thing you see is this gorgeous rainbow over the ship. Unlike any rainbow I've ever seen. I mean, the bands of color are wide. It's a wide rainbow. Usually we get skinny rainbows over the lake, This is wide. I mean, it's like amazing. I'll show you a picture. Anyways, so she's looking, and I look at this picture of this sweater. It is stunningly gorgeous. It has beautiful lace here at the yoke, and then it's just a very basic stockinette rest of the body with some twisted rib. It has sleeves that will go just above the elbow, or longer or shorter should you so desire. And I fell in love with it. So I said to her, I messaged her back, and I said, all right, I'm in Alaska right now. I have no idea what yarn I'm going to knit this out of, but sign me up. So I responded as I'm sitting on said train. And I was inspired by all of the nature that was truly around me. Okay, so next thing you know, We get off the train. I mean, we get to the top, come back down. Okay, whatever. We're going to meander around Skagway and check Skagway out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I come across a quilt shop.
Okay.
In Skagway. There's 2 of them, just for point of reference.
Okay.
2 quilt shops. Hopefully they'll both will be open. Now, one is bigger than the other, and I was in the big one. And I'm telling you, it was fabrics that focused on Alaska and different patterns, quilt patterns designed by Alaskan designers. And there was some that would bring in the Native American culture from that area, and from the Tlingit is, I think, how they say it, tribe that is prevalent in that area. And I mean, oh gosh, Joanne, I could have bought stuff, but I have a rule. Since I don't, I mean, I like quilting and I'm just getting into quilting, I'm still a beginning quilter. So for me to go spend a ton of money buying souvenir fabric, no. I think my husband would have shot me if I did that. So I didn't buy anything. But I'm just oogling and awing, and oh my gosh, it was just beautiful things. But as I'm walking towards the doors, we're going to leave the shop. The clerk in the shop is talking to another customer, and she was saying, yeah, there's another quilt shop, but you have to go, it's on Broadway, but you have to go almost all the way to 7th Street. Now, most of the business and tourist attractions in Skagway stop at 6th Street. She says, most people don't go past 6th Street, but if you want to go to the other quilt shop, you have to. And she says, and there's a yarn shop right next to it.
Oh.
Well, I did not know there was a yarn shop in Skagway. I didn't look it up. I mean, I found the yarn shop in Juneau. Okay, I did. And I found one in Anchorage too. So, I mean, I did do my yarning.
Okay.
But I didn't look in Skagway. I thought, come on, a yarn shop in Skagway, really? I mean, this town is like 12 blocks long. There's nothing there. Anyways, so I go in. I find hand-dyed yarn from a dyer out of Sitka, Alaska, which isn't far from there, in the most gorgeous midnight blue. And I was so inspired because it is the land of the midnight sun. And we were getting midnight sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I was just inspired by all of this. So they happen to have a sweater quantity.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Of the exact same base. 60 merino, 20 yak, and 20 silk.
Okay.
Okay. So I bought it.
Cool. You brought one with to show us?
I brought it with me.
Oh, is that a new bag?
Oh yeah, it's just the cutest bag. I love it. Now, it's just a little tote, but what I love about it, it's got great pockets.
Yeah.
You know, and so this is going to actually be a project bag. So this is the yarn.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes, it's kettle dyed, so there's some semi-solid going on.
Yep.
And oops, I knocked my gnome over. Here's the other one. And this is the sweater. I am just finished with the lace chart. So, I gotta make sure I don't lose stitches here. I don't have point protectors on. But this is it. There. Does that kind of help? That's the lace. And I love it. It's not real fancy. It's real simple.
Yeah.
And so now I've got to go about 4.
Oh, that's ribbed.
It's all twisted rib in there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've got to go about 4 inches to get to the sleeve divide of stockinette. So now I've got to add on a ball, and I'm going to helical knit the rest of it. Just to blend my colors.
Yeah.
So that's what I have been working on this sweater.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So this pattern is called True North. It will not be available till sometime
You should be knitting while we're sitting here.
Yeah, sometime in July, I'm thinking. Maybe end of July.
Okay.
But it's true north. So, I mean, you know, sometimes things just work.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the pattern, and I love the lace, and then I saw the name, and then I saw the yarn, and I thought, karma.
And a project bag for it.
And a project bag for it.
Well, of course
Oops.
you had to have.
Sorry,
all
I
of
hit
it.
that.
Oh.
Picking up all my crap. So are we still here? Okay, good.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I came home from Alaska with.
Okay.
I did find some Kiviat.
Uh-huh.
I bought that. It's just a hat's worth. It was like a kit. But what I liked about it was that the kit came with patterns that brought in traditional motif in there. So I thought, okay, that's very cool. And then I bought, so yeah, one ball of Kiviat, and then some mini skeins that I found in Anchorage.
Okay.
And they were all, one was called Midnight Sun or something like that. But Aurora Borealis, and it's purples and greens and whatever.
Oh, did you see any Aurora Borealis while you were
No, because it's
Oh, it's midnight sun. You wouldn't.
Yeah, we saw no dark.
Okay.
Well, for most of the trip, the sun was up. And for the short window of time between roughly 1 to 4-ish, where we were, that's the only darkness. I'm not up then. You know, I mean, there was no need for us. We went on when we were in or near Denali, the national park. We stayed at a resort just outside the national park. And when we were there that one night, we took an excursion. It was an ATV ride. And okay, there this old guy and I, you know, on an ATV, it was a hoot. But we left at like 7, didn't get back till 10 o'clock, and you'd have thought it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was insane. You know, so that was a neat experience. So Aurora Borealis, no, there was none. Now, I'm thinking though, when you go in September, you're gonna have to stay up so you can see if there is some.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I think you will.
Yeah.
They say that that's a good time of year. So that's one thing that I'm working on, that test knit, and then I'm working on another one.
And you showed that bag last time, didn't you?
I think so. I had this bag along. I love this bag.
Yeah.
I just think the colors are so much fun.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Okay, I'm using Miss Babs yarn on this, and this is for Lisa Ross, and it is just a lovely, lovely shawl. It's feather and fan, but it's a new design she's coming out with. I love feather and fan. So this one is just 6 large minis, because they're Miss Babs minis, and there's like 130 some yards on a Miss Babs mini. So every feather and fan section is 2 rows of every color in the set of 6.
Oh, okay.
And then the garter section in between are sections of each color. So I'm on section 1, 2, 3. I'm on almost to, I think I have to do one more row, the purl row of this last section, and then I go to the garter, the next garter section. So yeah, so this one, I'm not going to tell you the name of it because she often changes the name. I think it's something Tide, I don't know, but I've told, like, there was one I did earlier, like in March or something, and I asked her if I could show it, and she said yeah, and so I told everybody the name of it. By the time it came out, she had changed the name. So
yeah,
she does that sometimes, but that's part of the whole design process,
right?
And you kind of got to go with the flow on that one.
And sometimes you don't do your research till the end if something similarly I can't talk, similarly named.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you want to research that so you're not too much like anybody else.
That would be true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on. I also started a different project, but I didn't grab it. It's called the Weaver's Cowl, and it's stripes. But then when you're done, you embroider in and kind of weave in is really what you're doing. Some contrasts. So
going up and down instead of across.
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that would give it the woven look then more.
Yeah, but it's designed by Nancy Marchant.
Okay.
And it's called the Weaver's Cowl.
Okay.
Hopefully next time we podcast, I'll have
more.
I'll have it more done on it. I don't have enough done. It doesn't look like anything right now.
Okay.
So it's just the knitted garter stripes right now. It's kind of boring.
Okay.
But it's real good travel knitting.
Sure. Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, so that's what I got going on.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm closing a shop. Amy's world traveling and knitting like crazy, and
Well,
yeah.
that's what I always do. The whole knit like crazy thing. I mean, that's just what I do. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I still do my 20 minutes a day on my English paper piecing quilt, and I should have block 2 done next time to show
Oh,
you.
wow.
Yeah. It's only been, 7 months for 2 blocks.
Yeah,
But-
it's an insanely gorgeous, very complicated pattern, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah. So I'll bring block 2 next time. I got like 5 stars the stars are made, they're assembled, and they just got to be sewn onto the main block. So yeah, that should only take maybe 2 or 3 more days.
Those opus kind of projects they're just something else.
Yeah, yeah. Craft House Magic's the one that started me with that. Just 20 minutes a day on those projects, and they get done.
Well, when I was doing Ryan's Star Wars scarf, that was what I started out with.
Yeah.
Was just because it was the double knitting, it was every line on the chart. It could be tedious knitting. But then, so I said, nope, I only want, I counted out the number of rows on all 3 charts and added it up and did the math. And I thought, I think I am going to just do only so many rows a day so I don't drive myself crazy with this.
Sure.
Well, in the end, I did more, and I have no regrets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was done for his birthday.
yeah, in plenty of time.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it was kind of nice just doing that.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's it for us for now. We will talk at you again soon.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.